Ladies and gentlemen, Pete Buttigieg is on the case. You're not going to believe this. Reality is stranger than fiction, and here's one of them. This is from the Transportation Gov thing. So he's the head of the transport. He's the Secretary of Transportation. So he's CIA, and that's how he got this position. And today we're launching Momentum. What is Momentum? It's a new initiative to help countries. This guy is going to tell the rest of the world how to do something. It's a new initiative to help countries around the world learn from our best practices and expertise in planning and modernizing transportation infrastructure. If there's one country that doesn't have expertise in modernizing transportation infrastructure, it's the United States.
What? Could they do that here? Try some expertises and practices and planning? Taking the show on the road already. That's great music.
You've probably been hearing a good deal about how the Department of Transportation is using President Biden's bipartisan infrastructure law to modernize our transportation systems, to make them safer, more affordable, more efficient, and more sustainable for people across America, and how we're strengthening supply chains so that goods move more quickly and more cheaply. We have a lot of good work to do here at home, and we're all hands on deck to deliver. We also know that to meet some of America's most pressing challenges, we cannot go it alone. For example, to protect Americans against increasing extreme weather, we need other countries to reduce their greenhouse gas emissions alongside our own reductions. Or on supply chains, we've seen how...
So everything's fixed here at home, and Pete Buttigieg trying to fix the rest of the world now. Hey, why don't you try to fix America? How about you get formula to mothers? Can you get baby formula to mothers? No, do you want to go fix another country's infrastructure? This whole goddamn country is collapsing.
Well, it sounds like he wants to reduce their emission. Like, he wants to screw up theirs.
Yes.
So that...
Here's more.
A port being snarled somewhere else around the world can mean items missing from shelves in the American Midwest. This is why today we are thrilled to announce the launch of Momentum, our department's new initiative to help countries around the world learn from our best practices and expertise in planning and modernizing transportation infrastructure. Transportation officials around the world will now be able to access a growing set of digital resources and toolkits so that as they build their infrastructure, they're doing so in a way that fights climate change, strengthens global supply chains, and makes the most of their resources with the benefit of some of our insights. We're proud to be part of President Biden's broader effort to help nations improve their infrastructure, particularly...
He's literally doing a video about building up other countries.
Is he just talking about a website? We're going to put up a website and you can look at it and
whatever Momentum is. What you think Momentum is more than a website?
When they say digital tools,
yes.
I mean, that sounds like a website.
That's what that is.
Sounds like you're going to click on it, find out more, and then. So he's not going to help anything or anyone.
No.
As we launch the largest effort in generations to do so here at home. Getting this right isn't just about physical infrastructure, it's also about the people who will be affected by it, here in the US and around the world. We're thinking about a worker living in a rural area who can save money on gas or diesel with an electric pickup truck, or even...
We're thinking about you. We're thinking about the little guy who's working with a pickup truck, and now he can have an electric one.
Are they going to give him an electric one? Or
are you going to give him
buy one?
The guy's going to have to buy what the...
Use that truck to power their tools while on the job. It's about a family living near an urban port who can breathe cleaner air and worry less about flooding. It's about anyone at a grocery store who's going to see lower prices when better supply chains help to bring shipping costs down.
It's about everybody getting straight A's and having white teeth, and then everyone's here will grow without a colic. And we'll have nice seams, creases in our pants, and we'll have stiff collars, and everyone will be happy forever.
and have rosy makeup on our cheeks for the camera.
Oh, what is this bullshit?
So he's running for something in the future.
Of course
right?
he's going to run. You don't think he wants to run for president in 2024?
Well, he hasn't made a website, digital resource to tell me about it yet.
Jesus Christ. Here we go. Oh, that's it, I guess.
It's about trucks and emissions.
What happened? How did I screw
and
that up?
sustainables.
That's from the beginning. It's okay.
You've probably been hearing a good deal about how the Department of Transportation is using President Biden's bipartisan infrastructure law to modernize our transportation systems, to make them safer, more affordable.
No,
more
I
efficient,
haven't
more
actually been
sustainable for people
hearing
across
about it.
America. And how we're
Have you been
strengthening
hearing
This is
about
the
it?
first I'm hearing of it, Jimmy.
I haven't
A lot
heard
of
of
good work
it.
to do here at home, and we're all hands on deck.
Maybe
to
it's good he
We
made
also
this
know that to
video
meet some of
then.
America's most pressing challenges, we cannot go it alone. For example, to protect Americans against increasing extreme weather, we need other countries to reduce their greenhouse gas emissions alongside our own reductions. Or on supply chains, we've seen how a port being snarled somewhere else around the world can mean items missing from shelves in the American Midwest.
So
This is
that's his way to say, look, other countries are screwing this stuff up for us. If you're unhappy in America, it's not our fault. It's another country's fault. It's probably Russia.
The chains, they're screwing up our supply
They're
chains.
our
why
chains.
today we are thrilled to announce the launch of Momentum, our department's new initiative to help countries around the world learn from our best practices, and expertise in planning.
Our
That
best
was not-
practices, like letting our bridges fall, not having high-speed trains, and having freight and passengers go on the same train. Do you mean like that? You mean...
That-
Go ahead.
Now is not the time for less momentum. We need momentum.
And modernizing transportation infrastructure. Transportation officials around the world will now be able to access a growing set of digital resources and toolkits.
That's it.
So that as they build their infrastructure,
Digital resources and toolkits.
I don't know how to fix that.
So now you guys are putting up a website.
That's what that sounds like, right?
Yes.
We made a website.
they're doing so in a way that fights climate change, strengthens global supply chains, and makes the most of their resources with the benefit of some of our insights. We're proud to be part of President Biden's broader effort to help nations improve their infrastructure, particularly as we launch the largest effort in generations to do so here at home. Getting this right isn't just about physical infrastructure, it's also about the people who will be affected by it, here in the US and around the world. We're thinking about a worker living in a rural area who can save money on gas or diesel with an electric pickup truck,
'Cause they
or
have
even
no health
use
care.
that truck to power their tools while on the job. It's about a family living near an urban port who can breathe cleaner air and worry less about flooding. It's about anyone at a grocery store who's going to see lower prices when better supply chains help to bring shipping costs down.
Wow, lower prices and bigger portions. I'll be back. And they have a portable teleprompter around the camera for him to read this, right? So he's standing out on a sidewalk, and the cops have there's yellow tape, and they're keeping everyone off this sidewalk so he can read a teleprompter and look like it's off the cuff.
Well, you know what? He got his body back after having the baby. So
Boy, he got back into shape. Isn't that nice?
Yeah, he lost the baby weight quick.
I invite colleagues from global transportation agencies, government ministries, NGOs, and civil society to visit us at transportation.gov/momentum to learn more.
I'm going to see if I can download the theme song.
Country with the worst transportation infrastructure in the world thought of a cool new type of imperialism to export. You want to know something about our transportation? Per capita traffic fatalities, the United States kicks everyone's asshole.
Really?
Everyone, yes. The United States as a whole has a per capita traffic fatality rate of about twice the OECD average and 5 times more deadly than leading countries. Data is traffic fatalities per 100,000 people. Wow. Okay.
We're number one.
We're number one, baby. Is this a joke? U.S. infrastructure is a joke. Everyone knows this. I know. You want to learn about best practices and get help with implementing them? Talk to China, since the United States knows nothing about it.
Yeah, China has a monorail that works great.
China has they have bullet trains all over their goddamn country.
The trains are great.
When they had a COVID outbreak in China, you know what they did? They built hospitals. You know what we did here in the United States? We fired 70,000 healthcare workers because they wouldn't take a vaccine that didn't work the way they said it did. And that's what we did here. That's what, in China, they built hospitals. And here, we beat you over the head with the fact that we don't have any ICU beds. Did they build more ICU beds? No.
Well, it's
No.
it's best practices.
Best practices. You keep ICU beds low because nobody can make money off them.
You run leaner and meaner.
Here we're going to Sacramento, back here in Los Angeles, Bakersfield, Indianapolis, Louisville, Cincinnati, Tulsa, Oklahoma City. Go to jimmydorcomedy.com for a link for all the tickets for all our shows.